Hey guys, this is Rob with Darke County Parks. Wanted to let you guys know that throughout the past several weeks while we've been making these videos, natural staff has been trying hard to also document the spring blooms. And it's a little bit of a delayed process. You have a little bit here and there, and then it takes a week before things really start going. We've been doing some quick photos and videos throughout the past several weeks, and we want to take you on a virtual wildflower hike now from the early spring, so enjoy. Harbinger spring is one of our earliest native wildflowers. Very small and often overlooked, but it is a joy to find when we find it. Again, these wildflowers are small by nature. They are only up for a short period of time. We call most of these spring ephemerals. They're here for just a few days sometimes, often only a short week or so. And one strong rainstorm may be all it takes to knock that flower off for the remaining of the season. CRESS is fairly common, can be 4 to 8 inches tall. It's in the mustard family. That mustard family can be recognized by the 4-petal design that are in kind of a plus shape. So this time of year, with our native wildflowers, you have to get a little bit more down close to the ground to see these. They tend to be rather small, especially early season like this. They're not the big giant showy daffodils that we're used to in our gardens and our front yards, but they still have their place in the ecosystem. They do a fantastic job for all of our native pollinators, our bees, our flies, and other little flying critters that are depending upon that. And then going up the chain, the birds that are migrating through looking for that. So as you continue to go on your hikes out here, definitely make sure that you continue to look for these little wildflowers. So spring beauties are definitely one of our most common wildflowers this time of year. Can be found in pretty much any of the preserves, including people's backyards at times. These 5-petaled white flowers have varying shades of pink. As you can see here, this one is much pinker than some of the earlier versions. While many may scoff that we're including the dandelion in this wildflower video, the dandelions are very beneficial for our honeybees and many other early pollinators. And aside from the millions of dollars spent each year trying to eradicate them, they are quite pretty flowers and do have their role, even if they are non-native and were brought over with the non-native honeybees. The earliest blooming trillium that we have within Darke County Parks is the sessile trillium, occasionally referred to as toadshade. This trillium is often a deep maroon red color like this, but occasionally a yellow variety can be observed in small populations. While there are over 25 species of blue violets. This common blue violet is the most frequently observed in the parks as well as in backyards. The blue violet comes in a variety of shades and various changes, but there's also a yellow violet, and this yellow violet is probably the second most common violet that we can find in the state. One of our earlier butterflies, the Spreen azure, is a very small butterfly but has a brilliant blue color as it flutters about. The bloodroot is ephemeral in just about every sense of the word. These blooms last a very short amount of time, often just a day or two prior to the petals dropping. So during that short amount of time, these brilliantly white flowers need to be pollinated by passing insects. A unique plant, the trout lily, grows as a colony. These little leaves you see in the background here, the green with the splotches of kind of a tan brown, are blanketing the forest floor right now with only a few blooms. Seen here in the more common white variety, there is also a yellow bloom that is considerably more rare. Alright folks, so that will do us for our first rendition of these early wildflower walks. This is the early spring edition, and shortly we'll be having a variety of more trilliums, phlox, as well as mayapple, and some of the bigger, showier flowers are soon to come. As the leaves start leafing out on the trees, a little bit more shade hits the surface of the woodland floor, we'll see some bigger and more impressive flowers. Stick with us.